recap. I'm just doing a reaction to the Sinners podcast. Big shout out to the Sinners podcast. And big shout out to all the hosts, man. You get me? Locked in. I've known Ty Rosa for a while. You get me? Big shout out to her. Good to see that she's now making that transition into the podcast world, and she got a great personality. So big shout out. Speedy. Big shout out to Speedy. Been watching his content on his other channel. I think he owns a gym. So yeah, and he's someone that, bro, he has sense. He has, you get me? And big shout out to Little J. Like I said, I apologized in my last video if I made you feel a type of way in terms of I'm following you. It was just more of just kind of getting rid of all that little man bad energy more. It wasn't based on you personally, my bro. It's just, do you know what I'm trying to say? So hope there's no ill feelings there, you get me? And I don't know the brother with the dreads, so apologies, I don't know your name. But big shout out to you. Bro, great conversations. Get into it, man. Let's get into it. Basically, it's bounced one of the most powerful figures in the UK culture. Like I said, this has caused a lot of madness, you get me? Because it's like, they don't like this. They don't like that title. But
why not?
Well, here's the twist behind all of that as well. Bouncer's actually doing all of this now while based in Dubai. He's actually moved there, well, kind of recently, but we can't really say recent. That was actually kind of a while ago now. But look at it like this. He's in the UAE, living a lavish life, palm trees, supercars, but he's still managing to chime in daily with what's going on in the UK music streets and culture. He says that obviously Dubai offers the safety and the support and a good life, the tax-free money, but the angle that people are talking about is how can someone that's abroad be so chimed in? How can you really know what's going on in the UK streets and have so much of a say?
I don't know what's going on in the UK streets. I just speak on stuff that's on the internet. That's all I do. Like, that's all I do. Marlo P does an interview. He talks about his dad passing. He talks about him going to the block and getting robbed by rappers, or they stole it or whatever. I speak on it. I speak on Spray's podcast, or I speak on that. So I don't think it's that deep. I don't really talk on street stuff because there's real street stuff that actually goes on in terms of like nearly daily. There's ops or people going to people's blocks and rare. I don't even hardly even know about mix up between people. I'm not really clued into that. So it's like, I think that with people, they're getting it kind of twisted. And well, if I was in a mansion or in a villa in Glasgow doing that, what is man gonna say? If I was in a villa in London and doing that and no one knew my address, what does that even matter? Do you know what I'm trying to say? When I came back to the UK, I went on Real Talks podcast, I went on the RTM podcast, I went on the Shizio's show, I went on another podcast. I was trying, so like, do you know what I mean? I'm outside, I'm here, I'm rolling up, I'm pulling up into these podcasts, and when I come back, I'll do this that same thing. You get me? So I don't know, man. I don't think it matters about what area you're from. I am from UK. I'm speaking on UK culture. Because guess what? If I started speaking on American culture, do you know what they will say, bro? Oh, my man don't do nothing for the UK. He's only speaking on American culture because it gets views. Because let's say how it is. If I start really doing loads of content about Tory Lanez getting denied, I'm gonna show you, look. You get me? I'm gonna start dumbing down on American culture with UK culture, and you're gonna see what the algorithms do. It might take me 6 months to get there, but you will see the sort of views compared to the sort of views that I get in the UK, where it's like raw, boom. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I think a lot of people are starting businesses from outside of are moving outside of the UK, but their business is based in the UK.
And guys, I'm just smart. Most of these artists, you're paying 40%. You get me? VAT and do you know what I mean? You're paying corporation tax and income tax, and you're doing madness, bro. You're paying all this money. Like, I'm just smarter than you lot. You get me? So when I get paid my money, it don't land nothing to do with the UK. If I don't need to go back to the UK like that, or I need to go back twice a year or whatnot, I do that. But I'm just smart. So the money that I actually get, that I make, I can buy more property. I can invest it in other areas. There's many things that I do that I just don't put on the internet, but I just let you look. Now I can sit down and, you know what I'm trying to say? So many people, they're not smart like that. Artists don't want to, they don't even want to set up a business abroad or in a zone where they can save taxes, because they're just not educated enough, or they can't be bothered to look into these things. Do you know what I mean? So
I feel like the aim is to get out of the UK with, you know, taxes and all these things. Like, obviously, Dubai, you're paying 10% over, like, paying like 40% tax plus. You get what I'm saying? So still a smart move to want to move to a country where you keep a lot more of your money. But yeah, obviously there's the question of how in tune can you be when you're not here?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. But you can be in tune to a certain extent because everything's broadcasted this day and age. Also, yeah, as you know, you can go on ChatGPT. You can find out a lot of things in it. But then also, his main key one to him is that he's actually from the streets, and as much as he's in Dubai, he knows a lot of people close to what's going on.
And that's his angle.
That's his angle.
That's his angle.
He's going to be making phone calls that certain man can't even make to find out certain information.
And do you know what? If you even look at my content, yeah, I just talk from an opinion, innit? Like, I will read a case and I will just tell man's opinion, like, about it. I don't, do you know what I'm trying to say? So maybe the streets, like, street sense, I realize not everyone has, like, the right, do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know. I'll just speak on something from maybe past experiences, or being involved in certain things, or being in prison, or being around certain things, or having to go through certain things. Because I've been through it all, man. Do you know what I mean? I've been through it all. You get me? When it comes to everything. Like, I got multiple scars all over my body from being stabbed up multiple times. I've been shot at multiple times. So it's like, I'm only just breaking things down, just how I see it. But yeah.
Well, Bouncer himself has hinted that he's avoiding the UK, advised by being out there in the sun. Either way, him commenting on UK affairs from 3,500 miles away raises eyebrows, realistically.
Yeah, well, we got, I've seen that a comment from Free Shots, is it? Someone on there said that obviously Bouncer's saying what he's saying and doing what he's doing because he's in Dubai.
And I say that, man. I always say these things, guys. I've been addressing that, man. Like, I think you look, Dubai is, let me not over-talk, bro, but guys, like, how do I put it? Like, do you know what people were saying before, that I ran to Dubai and I couldn't come back to the UK? And then when I had the argument with Vic Santoro and my reaction and how I dealt with it, because, bro, man was respectfully was going to, if Vic said, yes, do it, was going to the block. I was going to the block. So, and the outcome you will have saw, whatever, you get me? So, but then it's like, it's not, I don't want this to be a thing where you, man, always kind of prove people wrong in the sense of, because of pride, because it's like, come on, man, like, do you know what I mean? Like, what is, like, that time where I got told that, oh, I'm in Dubai because I didn't feel good, and then all of a sudden I'm in London, up and down, going to everyone's podcast, you get me? And I'm outside. I'm in my hood outside posting live, you get me? And why am I doing that for? Am I doing it to, do you know what I mean? What am I doing it to prove a point? Because it's like, come on, guys, like, we all know, like, everyone, we're all peoples, innit? We all got peoples and we all step correct. Like, you go to the UK, we all have to step in a certain manner if you used to be from or whatnot, because it's just what it is. But do we want to hear one of them stories where, oh yeah, boom, man see my man and boom, 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 and then boom, yeah, there was a mad booting, and then yeah, now my man's in jail, you get me? I will be so disappointed. The streets would have won, bro. The streets would have won, bro. The haters would have won if you hear a story that Bouncer was in the UK, you get me, and some youths rolled up and there was a booting and this happened to someone. The streets would have won, bro. Do you know what I mean? God forbid, you get me? So it's how you play the game, bro, guys. It's literally how you play the game. Like playing the game. So yeah, man. I wouldn't remember. I see it's most of the people that are commenting saying he's doing this all from the UK are all the people that are actually not from the streets. Do you know what I mean? I'll be honest, guys. A lot of main bosses, street guys, are close friends of mine. You get me? We look at stuff online and we laugh about it. So it's just like, yeah, man.
Don't get me wrong, you know, he'll probably play a little bit into it because obviously he knows. You know, it's more for me where he's got peace in it. So where if he was in the UK and he said certain things, your phone's ringing off, you know, you go in places, you're seeing people, you're feeling the bad energy, where over there he's doing what he's doing. It's peaceful, it's nice. So it's to him, I don't think he cares, bro. Like, you know what I'm gonna say to you? Like,
bro, this guy hit the nail on the head, bro. Hit the nail on the head. I don't care, bro. Like, if man's in the UK anyway, because of man's past, bro, man's always having to look behind man's shoulders. Man's always having to be like, oh shit, boom, politics here, or yeah, this happened 10 years ago, this, that. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, but it's like, wow, what does it? Do I have to move to the UK to then get set up and then do the exact same thing in the UK? Then what people gonna say? Oh, you don't come outside, and then do I have to come outside with the man them and then go to certain places to beat everyone up and then be like, oh, do you know what I mean? It's peer pressure, bro. That's what it is. It's pride and peer pressure. People will say things and then it's how man act on that, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
It's past that now, like, you know, like it's past that, bro.
His energy when he addresses it as well, actually, like, he doesn't care. Like, yeah, you know, when he goes back on it, he don't care. He don't care.
But in terms of power, does that equate to power? I'm thinking now, does that all equate to power? Like, can he decide who's gonna like boss in the music scene? Can he put people on?
Not yet.
Remember the
Wait, let me hear it. Let me hear this.
quote that was made is Bouncer is one of the most powerful people in UK urban culture. One of the most powerful people.
So that meaning he can then, to your question? If he's powerful.
Well, that's what my man said, innit?
He can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
He's definitely on the way to doing.
Look, you see with me, I always try to, I use my platform. I'm going to play something to you just so you lot can kind of see. But I use my platform just to give people their flowers. I don't do it on a powerful thing. I just see certain things. Remember, you see the culture that we're from, bro. It's built up on gatekeepers, bro. Just gatekeepers, guys. You get me? But I'll just play this so you lot can kind of see, just so you can see a little bit, man. I can't believe that little Toman hasn't got a GRM daily duppy. Like, I can't lie. Like, bro, have you heard his last tape? This is the best body of work come out since 2025. They got a daily duppy.
It's pouring. Do I gotta die first before they give me my flower? Okay. Would I have got a daily duppy if it wasn't for Bouncer? Let's go.
And you see why little Torment is a real brother, yeah? Because what I realized, and I see in my space, and this is why I go alone and I make it be known to everyone. They can watch this. I don't care. You see, when I promote man's brethrens or the people you see or whatnot, bro, I will never get flowers like this. Furthermore, man don't even message me and say, bro, yeah, love for that, bro. Like, you get me? Bro, man, just, like, I just use my platform and I was doing it last year, reacting, boom, 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 and it's like I do that. It's like just let's look at Siru, yeah. Let's look at Siru. We haven't spoke about Siru for a while, yeah. Now, as soon as Siru went to the labels, he got signed to distribution, bro. And as soon as Siru, that snitch allegation went to Siru and whatnot, it just went, boom. Like, that's just what it went. As soon as Bouncer stopped reacting and plastering everywhere, because that's what I was doing, making hundreds of videos, and multiple accounts and being in people's faces. You see me now, bro. I'm not even doing it. It just happens naturally because the topics I speak about are interesting. So it's open for discussion. Do you know what I mean? But if you kind of look at that, you will see someone be the one to watch, and then all of a sudden, no one don't hear from him. You get me? Now, the reason why Little Torment is real, yeah, because I just honestly listened to his body of work and gave him his flowers. I didn't care about no street politics and whatnot. But my man did not ever need to put my name in a Daily Duppy. You get me? But he did. Just so that's my influence, isn't it? My influence is that I'm not in the labels. So when we're gonna mention other people's names, understand they're in the industry, they're in the labels, they're bats. I am independent that owns his own IP that promotes, and that is an advocate for Sinners Podcast, for Winners Talking Podcast, for RTM, for The Session, for Pinky Notes or whatever. You get me? No matter what level it is, that's just what I do. Now, I will carry on using man's platform for it to get bigger and bigger and bigger, to then be in that anchor, be in that way, that outlet where it's like, oh yes, the Sinners said this, let me react to this part and drive people to watch that, or drive people to watch that. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Let's get into this. I've kind of lost my chain of thought, but
majority of things, what you need to, especially like.
All right then.
He's on his way to that.
Who would you say is powerful then? If
Colin.
I was gonna say that name as well myself.
Who?
Colin Batter.
Yeah, Colin Bassett.
Explain him, because not a lot of people know.
He runs. What's it called? What's the label called? It's a distribution label, so it's a label where independent artists can go and they help you.
Jasmina's gonna get up that information there, but yeah.
Let me tell you about Colin Bafta, yeah? Colin Bafta, I give him his flowers. He is a GOAT. You get me? And let me tell you about Colin Bafta and just break down certain things, just so you know, because you know these people will always rewrite history. You get me? Every time I see Colin Bafta, I give him his respect. You get me? But let me tell you about Colin Bafta. Do you know why Colin Bafta's in the position that Colin Bafta's in right now? Do you know why that? Because people won't talk about it. I've spoke about it before in the Dig That podcast years ago, but I will speak about it briefly now. But Colin Bafta, I remember Colin Bafta was working at Caroline. Caroline is a distribution. He just started working there, and guess what was the first track that he worked on with man? Air Force Remix. I went to ADA distribution. I asked the people in Howard, can we get money for a video? And I advanced for marketing. Howard said, no, we just want to give you mixtape. I said, nah, we're not signing no mixtape. We're in their top 100 charts under my name, Miles Harris, Air Force. There's no remix, bro. It's just growing. It's doing 100,000 views every single day for 4 months, and it's streaming crazy organically. People are mosh pitting about what's going on. Cool. Now I thought, okay, it's time to do a remix. Had a meeting at White City House. Crept Conan, Dig That was there. You get me? And that meeting was meant to be for Crept and Conan. You get me? With Colin. Colin came. They didn't even know that Colin knew about man. Anyway, we sat down and I said, look, I want to get these lot and K-Trap on the remix. We need £5 for the music video, and about 15 quid for the marketing on the back end. He made it happen. Done the deal, made it happen. And that's Colin Bafta started like that in the distribution. Now, on the back of that, at that time, guys, remember when I was in Open Joe, at that time, I was very close with DBE. You get me? I just go gym with them. I'm around them. I was in the gym with DBE. And I asked DBE, bro, who are you distributing your music with? They said, Ditto. I said, bro, I rang Colin Bafta and said to Colin Bafta, bro, I'm with D-Block Europe. Please look after them, do what they need to do. Now, D-Block Europe are real people, bro. They just do what they do. They keep their head down. And that's how the relationship formed. They've never looked back. They've done crazy things. Now, on the back of D-Block Europe, on the back of Dig That Air Force, what's happened? You got now H that left 693 and went to over there. You had many other people. And then on the back of that, he formed his company, which obviously he knows. He said that he was going to give me a percentage of, but obviously never heard anything back since. You get me? He knows, you get me? We'll speak about it one day in many years to come. But, and on the back of that, you got his funding from the top boys, and now he's doing amazing things. He's every artist on the roster, this. Bear in mind, let me let you lot know, Caroline, the distribution, they had Mixtape Madness, so they had them people on the roster. They had Digga D and that, but this is when Digga D was still in jail. So he done that one freestyle that blew up, but I was waiting for him to come out of jail. And then they had me. They dropped the Come Up mixtape. Go look it up. It's got everyone on there. You get me? It's got everyone on there on the Come Up mixtape. So let me break it down. So when we want to talk about, remember, these people will never mention this, bro, because bouncers behind the scenes and that, boom, 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 boom. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But when you want to break it down and we talk about Colin Bafta is a powerful, influential person from the UK culture, but he signs artists that are already established. I want to see people, like, I want man to mention SK from Finesse Forever. I want man to mention him. You get me? Because no one don't really mention him. Why no one mentioning him? When we talk about Leo Stay True, how did Leo Stay True blow up on his platform? What was the marketing around that? But they will mention Leo Stay True, but they don't mention SK, Russ Millions' manager, and he's done many other stuff. TK, they don't mention none of these people, but you know what we always do? This is what happens, yeah? This is why I gave Austin his flowers. I will give Ricky his flowers. I will give Twin their flowers, because they don't profile or try to market themselves like anything else. They just crack on with it. But I kind of just wanted to break down that, because Colin will probably not be happy that I'm saying this, and every time I see him, I respect him, boom, 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 boom. But I want to see all these people, you get me? I want to see all these people develop multiple things from the ground up. I don't want to hear one person. I don't want to hear this person blew up, you get me? And then it's just this person. I want to see multiple people do multiple things. So that's kind of my insights. I know a lot of people don't know about these insights, you get me? And this is why I sit back, I'm like, take it in. I'm happy for, bro, Colin is giving hood niggas the bag. Sick, bro. Imagine that, like, you got someone that's in the buildings giving the hood brothers the bag. I love that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, man, you would think as well, bro. Remember, everyone's very prideful, so no one's not gonna be like, oh yeah, boom. Like, remember, this is why I respect Little Torment, because everyone else want to do that, bro. You get me? These big people, they're not doing that, bro. They're not gonna sit down in an interview and say, Bouncer put me forward to this person. They're just not gonna do it. They just don't do it. But I can give you 100 stories just like this, bro. But yeah, this is 2 to come out. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna react to another 2. Great conversation, guys. But this is more of just real insights, just so you kind of know backstories, bro, when things has started from, man. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.